Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed. OneLove now has memberships available. There are 2 tiers you can join under. The first tier is called the OneLove Fam. The perks you will receive are loyalty badges, custom emojis, and priority replies to comments. The second tier is called the Lovely Crew. The perks you will receive are loyalty badges, custom emojis, priority replies to comments, and member shoutouts. More perks will be added down the road. Please feel free to hit the join button.
So I hope everyone is doing well today. Today is actually Monday, January the 5th. I hope you all enjoyed bringing in your New Year's. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm very excited about this new year. I have a lot of personal goals that I am aiming to accomplish this year, and goals alongside of my husband as well. So I'm very excited. As far as this channel goes, we're definitely going to be kind of taking content in a different direction. I will, as it comes along, or as I feel I want to speak on, certain things going on within this mommy sector, I will still speak on it. I actually had someone make a great suggestion to me, and I want to pass it on to y'all to let me know if this is something that you would be interested in. But this person suggested that I do commentary on other topics, and she said for me to have people send me emails about love, life, dating, etc. And so I let her know this was a great idea, and so I just want to extend this to y'all, and y'all can let me know what y'all think about it. So basically, if you guys wanted me to speak on something that maybe you guys are going through, if it's pertaining to a relationship, if it's pertaining to a life situation, dating, love, children, whatever your questions may be, you can email me, and I can either do like a video on that, and if you're comfortable with me addressing you directly, I can acknowledge your comment or your email, and I can go into the commentary answering your questions or whatever it is that you share with me. If you want to remain anonymous and you don't want me to mention your name or your YouTube handle, I can still do a video on whatever it is you share, but I just won't mention your name. So if y'all think that would be something pretty interesting to do, please let me know in the comment section. If you are someone that would like to do this, you can definitely email me at love, LUV1, ONE, love, LUV36 at gmail.com. And I will put this email on the screen. But you guys, you can always go to my channel, click on About, and it will take you to my Gmail. But again, that would be love36 at gmail.com, and love is spelled LUV. But if that is something that y'all are interested in, please, again, let me know. I did think it was a great idea. I'm also thinking about doing some call-ins as well. I know I've been going back and forth with the idea if I wanted to start doing lives, but it wasn't so much that I was completely against doing lives. I wanted to do lives with some kind of intention surrounding it. I just didn't want to hit the live button just to go live. I wanted to do something different with it. So I'm still working around what the call-ins could consist of, but that is something that I am considering doing as well. So those are the different things that I'm thinking of doing for this year. Let me know again in the comment section what you think about those ideas, and I would really appreciate it. I wanted to speak on this particular topic because I think it's something that is necessary to speak on, for the simple fact I have heard AJ make mention of 6'7" a few times in Olivia's videos, and I also heard Jasmine's children chanting 6'7", and it seems as if they meaning, the mothers, don't understand the severity behind 6-7 and why this is actually demonic. And I think it's so important as parents to understand what is really happening, and why, we as parents shouldn't be so just willing to allow our children to partake in social media, because social media is just not a really good place for children. Even when you look at the music that is coming out, and I know I've spoken about this in the past, but it's like it's hard not to continue to speak on this, because the music is just getting very it's getting worse. I'll just say it like that. It's getting worse. There's really not a lot of positive music out here. I mean, especially when you look at hip hop, R&B. It's like it's not how it was, when you look at music, that our parents, was brought up listening to, or, like music that was like coming out in the 90s, the early 2000s. Music has really changed drastically, and it has definitely become a portal for demonic activity. There is definitely a lot of research I've done along, the way, where, a lot of executive music producers have come out and really like expose what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to, artists and the music that they're producing. It's a lot of spells that are being cast on the music. It's a lot of sacrificing that's being done in the music to produce a certain result, and it's very demonic. Even when you look at some of the people that they are, putting on the center stage to become celebrities, it's all done strategically to bring about a deception, and to bring about a result to where they want the masses to follow behind, these celebrities that they're propping up, because they're trying to gain a certain result, which is they want the masses to be brainwashed. They want the masses to be a certain way. When you're listening to music constantly and it's about sex, drugs, violence, and you're listening to that, it can affect the psyche, and it can cause you to do those things. I mean, it's been proven that this is true. And so when you start targeting children, it becomes even more demonic, because children are so precious and they're so innocent, and they don't understand the severity of things. They need, adult supervision to guide them and to help them know certain things that they should do and not do. And so when you have parents that are opening this door for children to partake, and their little, souls are being just contaminated with all of this garbage, with all of this filth, and then you add on an element of witchcraft and demonic activity, it can become a lot. And so music has always been something that has been so universal. It doesn't matter if you're from the U.S., if you're from, different parts of the world. It's like you tend to see how music can transcend language barriers and cultural barriers. It's because of the sound, it's because of the music that opens that door, and it invites whatever energy that comes in. And so I just think it's so important that we really take a look. Some of you have already been made aware of 6-7 and why this is demonic, but I wanted to explore this more on my channel, because I do speak a lot about, mothers, children over here. And so I just feel it's important that, we speak on this as well. So I want to play a few videos that I found over on TikTok that will expound a little bit more on, this topic 6-7. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
6-7 is demonic.
No, that means nothing.
6-7, a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
We are not saying the word 6-7 anymore.
Some schools even banning the phrase in classrooms.
You are no longer allowed to say, what number do you think I'm going to say?
6-7.
All day, every day.
The trend took off a few months ago, but has re-intensified with school back in session. Thought to originate from a rap song by Skrilla. Experts we spoke to say the numbers really don't mean anything.
It's like slang to like make parents be like, what does that mean?
6-7 is a demonic chant that you guys have your kids involved with, and if your kids are doing it, you need to stop them right now. This is Skrilla. This guy's the reason your kids are saying 6-7 from a song he made called Doot Doot. Skrilla is into demonic worship. He is a santero. He's into Palo Mayumbe, and the Doot Doot or 6-7 song is literally a chant and summoning the spirits that he operates in.
I'm a santo. I do Palo. I'm a santo.
What's that mean, exactly?
I like sacrificing goats and all that shit. That shit not just for like, that's just real life.
You sacrificed a goat?
Sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like, I do shit for certain shit though. Like, I'm not allowed to explain it.
That take y'all in my Godfather crib so he can show y'all some shit with my religion. Yeah.
Follow me. Starts off with Elegua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun.
Yeah, like you can put bad spirits on people too. Like you can put a person's name and like their birthday and shit like that inside the. You can put them inside the Agun pot. And then Agun like metal, like they get shot, stabbed, something can happen to him.
So it would be something in metal that would. I heard it from him. He's in Santeria. He worships demons and he summons demons into people to harm people. In specific, he worships Ogun and Yemeya, which number 6 is Ogun in the song, and number 7 in Santeria represents Yemeya, which is exactly what he is saying in the songs, and now your kids are chanting it. It's a reason he used the baby shark theme. There's a reason that your kids feel addicted and like they can't stop saying 6-7, and in the songs it's nothing but pills, drugs, and addiction.
So the actual number 6 and 7 is not demonic. It's the fact that this rapper is associating the number 6 and the number 7 with a demon. Okay? He's summoning these two specific demons when he is referring to the number 6 and when he's referring to the number 7. And we will see more in detail what that means. But when you look at the fact that this guy intentionally used the Baby Shark theme in his song, that right there is a red flag to let you know that this demon or these demons are coming after your children. Okay? And so when you see the public school system is catching wind of this song and these children are chanting these numbers, some of these schools are literally banning the kids from being able to sing this song. I think it's very telling, even when you look at the fact that this is something that is taken off the way that it is, because there is something behind these lyrics. It's like casting a spell in music, and this is what we have been seeing going on for a very long time. It's not just in music. You see this type of stuff trending on social media where they have these games that they're causing children to partake in, and some of these children are harming themselves and even harming others. So when you saw this little kid in the beginning, he's like, well, it's just slang, it doesn't mean anything. And that's what makes this so dangerous, because children need to be protected. That is the role of a parent. Whether you are a mother or a father with children, that is the role of the parent, to protect these kids and to keep these spiritual doors shut. Because these children, they don't see the dangers. They don't see it in the physical sense, and they definitely don't see it from a spiritual standpoint. And so when you have parents that are just letting all of this stuff come through their home and allowing this type of music to enter into their children's ear gate. And, I have spoken in the past about how, we as human beings, we have different portals. There's different ways that, the enemy can come in. He can come in through our eye gates, meaning what we're watching. He can come in through our ear gates, meaning what we're listening to. He can come in through our heart. What you are opening your heart to, what you're opening your emotions to, and even from a sexual standpoint, And so when you are allowing this type of music, when you are allowing your children to watch all of these different things and you're not vetting what they're watching, you're not vetting what they're listening to, you're opening the door for demons to come in and inhabit your home and ultimately inhabit your children. And it's like people don't understand that demons are real. You can be possessed by a demon, you can be oppressed by a demon. And so I just feel that people really need to start taking this more seriously. Children, under no circumstances, should be listening to this grown-up type music. They should not be able to watch whatever. And even when it comes to these type of cartoons that they're coming out with, you have even more got to vet this stuff because it's coming through the cartoons. Like, have y'all not heard about Disney and all the sexual, explicit things that Disney is known for doing? And the stuff that they have been pushing into like very popular Disney movies that a lot of us grew up looking at and did not know what was really embedded into these videos, into these movies. There's so much that we can talk about, but let's continue on with this topic.
The truth about the viral 6-7 chant is finally getting exposed, and the origins of this chant is even more darker and evil than you can imagine, okay? And what makes this even worse is that the rapper who created this chant set his mind to target children, and so by doing that, he placed a popular kid jingle into this song to lure them in, okay? So Skrilla is in this religion called Palo Mayombe, and this religion is extremely dark, okay? Now this article right here is talking about someone who recently became like a priest for this religion, and I want to show you guys what it says, okay? It says, as Yawo, Rios is a newly ordained priest of an ancient diaspora religion brought to Cuba by Congolese slaves. From Cuba, it spread throughout the Caribbean to the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, and later to the U.S. It's called Palo Mayombe, and its dark rituals involving human and animal remains and even grave robbing is practiced in its extreme secrecy. Like another Afro-Caribbean religion, Santeria, thousands of Latino New Yorkers are adherents of this syncretic faith, which involves ritual dance, song, and drumming. Okay, this is crazy.
So you get more of a background of what this rapper is speaking about in this particular song. And you get more of an understanding of these demonic spirits that he's referencing when he is making mention of 6-7. The origins that comes from this particular religion that this man is practicing is very demonic. It is in the realm of witchcraft. And so this again is why this song is so dangerous and why children should not be chanting this song because it's opening the door for this demonic activity.
Can I hold it? Put your face into it. I just see it. Got your song. Everybody that puts this on, because they soul inside of this, that you'll see that in a few days. Yo.
This is the guy that made the viral trend 6-7. He made that chant. He made the song that the chant is in. This is the guy, okay? So, and there's people that believe that none of this stuff is real, that, you know, he's just playing around, that everything's not demonic. Man, come on now. You have to be blind in order to not see this. You have to really want to not see it. You have to be so set in your mind that you are going to be deceived by Satan and his devices in order to not see that this is really demonic, dark, and you should not be diving into this or singing his chants. The children should not be singing his chants. And this is another trick by Satan by using music and sound to infiltrate people and get them to say things that come from demonic origins.
Skrilla is a self-confessed member of the Church of Santeria, or the Church of Satan. He worships Ocean and Ogun and the gods. He participates. You can go find his live. You can watch him on podcasts and interviews. He sacrifices goats and chicken and mice, depending on what the sacrifice is what he says. And he does it so that he can have favor in Hollywood. And he talks about, since he's really dedicated himself to this, since he's begun to put blood oaths into it, his career took off. Now here's something really fascinating. Why to the guy who presents himself as a hardcore thug rapper where the song is only about 2 minutes long and it is about sex and drugs. That's what he's singing about. And by the way, if you listen to the song, I don't recommend it, like, go in with a lot of prayer, but if you do, it just sounds like he's honestly speaking in tongues. You can't even understand him. I had to have subtitles to understand what was being said. But he's speaking about drink and drugs and sex. And then halfway through the song, he does the baby shark thing. Now tell me, why would a rapper who's got this hardcore persona, who's singing about things that are very mature and whatnot, throw in the middle of his song the baby shark thing?
I mean, this was the same question I had because, you know, from a logical standpoint, it doesn't make sense. It only makes sense if there is a sinister, intention that was set out in making this song. And as I've stated before, the intent was to lure children into this witchcraft. And so, again, I question the parents that are allowing their children to listen to this song that's speaking about sex, that's speaking about drugs, that's speaking about addiction. It doesn't make sense.
Unless you want it to appeal to an audience. And now our entire country has our kids doing this thing and shouting the words out. No, Pastor, you're being one of the psychos. You're being somebody who's over-obsessed with things, right? 6'7" is just where he's from the city he's from. Really. So it has no connection to the god Ogun or the god Tamara, who he says he worships, who he says, if you go in, I forget the name of the bowl, but you put a name with a birth date in the bowl, anything you want to happen to that person happens to him. He goes shot, stabbed, whatever.
Satan is crafty. He's crafty. Okay, we got to stop acting like Satan is some naive angel that does not have the ability to lay out his plans in this world and affect the things that we see and hear. He's the God of this world, right? He's the God of this world. And he is effectively placing people in certain positions to get his things done. And all of these little gods, all of these religions, Santeria religions, Ocean, all of these religions, Orishan, Yoruba, it's all demonic worship, demonic idol worship. That's all it is.
I totally agree with what, this man just said, because the Bible is clear. Satan is the god of this world. That's why Satan was able to try to tempt Jesus in the wilderness when Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. What did Satan offer Jesus? He said, if you bow down to me, I will give you the kingdoms of this world. He would not have offered that to Jesus if he did not have the authority to give the kingdoms of the world to Jesus. And this same temptation that Jesus went through with Satan, so many people have also gone through this same temptation, and some of them have failed. You see it all throughout Hollywood. You hear about people selling their soul for fame, for fortune, for wealth. It's still happening. This has been going on for years. And so here it is. This rapper is saying that he sacrificed to these demons that he worships in his religion. And 2 days later, after him making a blood sacrifice, he blew up in Hollywood. He became well known. He became famous. His song went viral. This stuff is real.
Like that, Google? You could Google it, but it ain't gonna explain. It's like it's. You could try to do the research though. Let me know what you find out though, bro.
As you can see, Skrilla is deeply involved in the dark side of Santeria. In another interview, he talks about using Santeria spells on his enemies, bringing up specific spells that are known to bring harm to those he aims them to.
You could put, you could put bad spirits on people too. Like you could put a person's name and like they birth thing inside the you could put them inside the agun pot, and like you basically sending agun like metal, like they could get shot, stabbed, something can happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would kill them. Like, oh, that's crazy.
It's different ways you could do things though. Like you can actually put somebody's name in your shoe and keep it in the bottom of your sock or in your shoe, like what bad happened to him. Like
You can clearly see Skrilla has no issues admitting he is using Santeria to cause evil, the evil that seems to be behind his music industry success. See, Skrilla has signed a major record deal and is on his way to becoming a big star, all off the hype of the 6'7" craze and help from his Santeria Santos, of course. Skrilla openly admits that his record deal was gifted to him by the Santos he worships. See, Skrilla did a video hood tour with the YouTuber Brandon Buckingham, and during a part of the video, Skrilla takes him to a family member of his who does Santeria. Skrilla then tells Brandon that he got his record deal because of the Santeria Santos he made an offering to.
Yo, I'm about to take y'all in my godfather crib so he can show y'all with my religion. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, nice to meet you, brother. I would love to learn about, like, the religion and the background and everything.
Sure, not a problem. Follow me. Starts with Elegua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun, Yemaya, Oya, San Lázaro, and Abatala. This is Elegua, the path opener. This is the person who you come talk to when everything is going down and you feel like you're stuck between a room where there's no way out. You speak to Elegua, you do things with Elegua. That's Ogun.
That right there's Ogun.
One is Ochosi. He's the hunter of the religion. That one is Chango, the Lord of Thunder, Lightning. This is Ochun, Odudua.
Just to further our understanding, how much does these figures mean to you guys?
Well, to me, they mean the world. They mean everything to me.
See, this right here is why religion can become dangerous. Because anything can be placed under the guise of religion, or someone saying, I believe in religion, or saying, I'm a religious person. Because there are so many different types of religion, and under the umbrella of religion falls so many different types of pagan worship, so many different gods that people are worshiping and bowing down to, and you never know who people gods are. When they say, I believe in God, you don't know what God they are referring to. And so it should be very clear that this man is very satanic. He's literally showing and telling you what he worships. These are the practices that they are participating in to do different types of rituals on people. And even when he was speaking about the different rituals that he can put on a person, he had like a smile to his face. That he can do things to other people, cause them harm through this witchcraft. And this is the music that a lot of these mothers and fathers are allowing their children to listen to. This is what AJ is opening himself up to when he says 6'7", when he's chanting this man's music. This is what Jasmine's children are being opened up to when they are chanting this man's music.
You just get it and you gotta actually take care of everything and do the stuff that you're supposed to do. Yeah, before I signed my deal, that's what I asked for. And we was sitting in here before I even did it, the day before I did it. 2 days before I did it, and then I made my decision what I asked for, and then I got what I asked for.
So you really feel like you were blessed by higher powers to be signed and all that?
I know, for sure. Facts.
As you can see, Skrilla even attributes his music industry success to these santos he is performing sacrifices to. You can see that whatever evil he is channeling is taking over his soul. The more viral he becomes, the more demonic he looks. Now he's running around with this creepy mask that is likely connected to the religion he is practicing. This is where 6'7" comes from, tied to evil in both the physical realm and the spiritual realm. The term 6'7" represents a gang that is connected to death and destruction, with the person who made the phrase into a song being deep into dark magic and pushing evil. Both sides of evil, the physical realm and the spiritual realm. Somehow, this ended up taking over the kids. I don't think it was by coincidence either. Skrilla said he owes his success to the santos he's worshipping. These evil spirits use Skrilla as a vessel to spread evil to children all over the world. This is how spiritual evil works. It always goes after the most vulnerable and easy to influence. When these kids learn about 6'7" and go on the search to find out what it means, they end up finding Skrilla, and then Skrilla introduces them to this dark demonic world. Now Skrilla is everywhere, and the kids can't stop saying his phrase. Now you finally know where 6'7" comes from. While it seems like an innocent little trend, the reality is it's connected to something quite dark.
So now that so many people have been spreading awareness of this music and, trying to bring attention to the song and showing how this song is demonic and warning parents to stop allowing their children to listen to this music, and even how you see that, it has caught wind in the news media where certain public schools are banning children from being able to chant this song. Now we see this rapper coming back to social media, and now he's going to try to spin it and make it seem as if this song is innocent. And now we're going to hear, although he already had admitted to the fact that 6'7" was referring to two specific demons, now he's going to double back and try to make it seem like 6'7" was actually referring to his neighborhood and where he grew up.
I've heard all kinds of theories about what 6'7" means, from police codes to something that got to do with the periodic table. Man, can you explain what 6'7" means?
That's why I never really put a stamp on it though, because the meaning that I had for it was like a negative, and it kind of like it changed, like 6'7" changed from a negative thing to a positive, and millions of other things though for other people though. Like 6'7" is like everybody got their own meaning to it, because I never put like a real meaning on it. But 6'7" actually is like come from a neighborhood in Philadelphia though. A neighborhood in Southwest Philadelphia. That's like where all like a whole bunch of my friends are from though, and I just ended up saying it, and that shit just like went crazy, and everybody got their own meaning. I never actually told nobody what the actual meaning was, because it's not negative, but you get what I'm saying though. And it kind of changed my life from negative to positive as well.
So this was pretty much him coming on here doing damage control. You see him trying to wear a tie, and he's trying to rip the tag off because he didn't even take the tag off. It really felt like this was, him trying to do damage control. And for him to say that, he never put a meaning to the song, obviously that's not true, because in his other interviews that he did, he was very open about what he was referring to. And this is what we pretty much heard throughout this whole video. We're living in a time where deception is continually increasing, and we have to be so careful of what we are partaking in, and also what we are opening up to our children, because again, as parents, we are responsible for our children. We're responsible for, the type of people that they will become. We're responsible for how they think, how they treat people. We're responsible for even their spiritual state. And, there's so much going on in our world. There's so much demonic activity that's happening all around us. And we just have to be more sensitive to, the things that are taking place, because, as stated before, Satan is very crafty, and he knows how to get access to us if we are not being discerning, if we're not being, alert of our surroundings and just what's happening around us. We have to make better choices when it comes to the things we allow our children to do. And so I just hope that this information helped you to understand the importance of, not just allowing your children to do things just because it seems like everybody else is doing it. Just because, other children are doing certain things doesn't mean that us as parents have to allow our children to do the same. We have to set the standard in our household, and we have to set the standard when it comes to the type of children we want to raise and who we want them to become. And so with all of that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you let me know in the comment section below if you are liking this type of videos, if there's any other topic of conversation that you would like for me to speak on. I would definitely enjoy, hearing your suggestions on that. But as always, I will see you guys in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.